G'day everyone, and thanks for dropping in on this video. So the time has come for me to announce what I'm writing for my next show. This is going to be my next youth musical, and it'll come out in October later this year. And so the whole story is based on Westall 1966. In fact, the musical is going to be called Westall 66 the Musical. Now, what is it all about? Well, it's based on a true story of something that happened on April 6th, 1966, when a whole stack of students from both Westall High School and then Westall State School saw something land on the oval of Westall High School. Many students saw it, many teachers saw it, and still to this day, it is unidentified. No one knows really what it is. It is truly an unidentified flying object. There is so much really cool information about this story, not only from the time that it happened in 1966 on the newspapers, on the news, from eyewitness accounts, even as recently as the last couple of years. The Westall 1966 UFO sighting is something that's captured the imaginations of people worldwide and has been reported in documentaries, on TV shows, on YouTube channels throughout the world. What is fascinating about it is that there are people still alive today who remember what happened, who were there. Even people that I know and that I'm connected with have come forward saying, yeah, we were there, or we know of people who were there. So not only is it a fascinating event, but it's also a part of our history, of our local history, of Melbourne's history. And I thought it would be a fantastic idea to take what happened and then retell it on stage in the format of a musical. So where did I get this idea from? Well, a few years ago when my kids were much younger, I was Googling around looking for parks to go to visit, so to occupy them. Different places that we hadn't been and played at the playground before. And I stumbled across a park called the UFO Park. And any place that's called the UFO Park is going to grab my attention. So I bundled the boys into the car and off we took to the UFO Park. The park is located at a place called the Grange in Westall. And it's actually the site of where the UFOs were apparently landed, where they came to rest on the ground, where there were crop circles created by them. Now, if you want to go and visit, it's a great park for the kids. It's really got everything to play on. And it's also got some really lovely nature walks that you can go on as well. But right there in the park were some information boards about what had happened in that area. And I took some photos at the time of those information boards so I could keep it. And the more I rolled it over in my head, the more I felt like this would be a really cool story. Not only to play out on stage, but for a youth cast to play out on stage. A youth cast roughly the same age as the children who actually saw something land at Westall High School. So, some years later, here I am writing the show that is going to be called Westall 66 the Musical. I've already been in touch with the original documentary writer of Westall 66 and the producers, and they've given their blessing for it to be called that and for a musical to be written about that topic. And they're excited. People who are part of the experience have reached out to me as well. And so I feel a real sense of gravitas to make sure that I get this story right and that I do everyone who is involved justice by writing this show. So over the next months, I'm going to be releasing demos and information about what's coming up. But in October this year, at the end of October, we will be staging Westall 66 the Musical for everyone to come and see. It would be great if you could come along and support the show as well. I would love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What would you love to see in this show? But until next time, thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope you're as excited about this brand new project as what I am.